You're lying.
Literally everyone in this group has posted something to their YouTube, I'm pretty sure, other than me.
Other than me.
Oh, yeah,
You have too, haven't you?
Christian hasn't posted
I have
anything.
not done
It's
anything.
Facebook. He posts on Facebook once in a while.
I haven't made a post on Facebook in probably 2 years.
Right, but you have at least
That's not
once.
true. You commented on a post from
Yes.
way back then, reminding us to
Comments aren't the same.
post.
Making my own post for some people to comment on is different from commenting on somebody else's post.
Give me a second. Let me check what.
I'll comment on memes all day.
You'll comment on
Who
like a
cares
comment
about
on like a post or something that I posted like 6 years ago.
Yeah,
And it
because it
does,
shows
like,
up in my memories. And I'm
Hey,
like,
guys,
that
remember
was
this?
dumb.
And it's like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah, because it pops up in my memories, and I go, "Oh, that was a dumb, stupid thing. Look how dumb and stupid we were. Let's remind everybody about it."
The last thing I did
Whatever
was
works.
some Smite game. That's about it.
Shit, Andy's
Justin?
my YouTuber.
Damn.
I hear you know that man Justin. He makes
You
the
out here
best
with
Smite
that
videos.
Justin's, Smite.
I went
content.
from
Justin's an
a
Overwatch
way
dude.
out.
Yeah, Justin's an Overwatch YouTuber now, dude. Are you kidding me? What do you mean?
It's
Did
like
you see
4
that
years
that
late.
sick Tracer video?
No, I didn't watch it.
They went from Smite to a way out to Yakuza 0 to For
Posted
Honor.
a way out.
Yeah, I mean, me and Kevin was playing it.
Oh,
And they went to Sekiro to Neo to Tekken to Borderlands 2 with you guys.
Yes.
man of many talents. Two.
Yeah,
Damn, that's old.
Not really. We
to
bought
All right,
it.
all right.
Yeah,
Frost Tag.
Guys,
Start playing it again.
guys, please.
Yeah.
All right.
Start with the 2 minutes of
okay.
nonsense.
This is the best. This is the best
That's
part of the whole.
fine. You got-
Cutting
you
into-
got a whole month to
Yeah,
edit
we got a
now.
whole 6 hours.
You have a whole month to edit. now.
Speaking of, did we make the deadline on the last one?
Yeah, we made the deadline, but
Yeah, you made it.
the stuff happens. Just leave that alone for
He
now.
had to cut out
Stuff
20
happens.
minutes, but
Yeah, I made it in the last like 5 minutes of the deadline.
it's funny listening to him.
Hey, all I heard was that you did it. That's
I did
all
it
that
though. I
matters.
did it. Anyway, this is the official One Piece.
Official.
Are we the only ones that have made?
I have no idea, kid, but I'll let you decide why we
Very good
official.
question. Do some research on that, kid.
Nope.
Yeah, you
Nope.
got
I'm
this.
gonna Google this shit. I'm on this.
We're
So this is the episodes 20, 21, 22.
yeah 20, 21, 22.
Indeed.
This is where we meet our boy, the goat, the one true god,
Zeph.
Oh, Zeph.
Zeph.
Owner Zeph.
I was actually talking
Chef
about
Zeph,
Jin.
baby.
Jin is the real god here.
Oh, Geen? Yeah, Geen's a
Geen is
guy.
such a low key good character,
He's a
but
good guy.
yeah, he's
I'm trying to remember who Geen was. Was Geen the?
How do you not remember Geen?
He was the one. He was the one that looked like a drug dealer / prisoner.
Right.
It was Krieg's crewmate guy.
He's the first starving dude.
I have
First
some
Dark
comments about his
And-
announcement. So, but we'll get to that when we
In the
go.
credits, they call him Starving Dude Number 1.
Yeah, Starving Dude number 1.
Yeah.
It was weird because they also put it under the voice actor's title too.
Mhm.
He was also starving.
Turns out, Nolan North, everywhere.
Nolan North. It was Nolan North the whole time. God,
Even in the Japanese.
Japanese has gotten real good.
yeah,
This
dude,
was
he's
20 years ago.
convincing as fuck.
And the other guy, Troy Baker.
Oh my God, stop, please. We're done.
All right, how does this thing start, Ben?
All right, yeah. So episode 20, just quick recap. It's just we first get introduced to the Baratier. Episode 21, Luffy does his shenanigans on the ship, and then 22 is where we're introduced to the antagonist of the arc. I guess there we go. Good enough. So in episode 20, we open up with we're on a Navy ship, and there's some dude having a glass of wine with some broad or some shit like that, and they pans over to his hands or whatever. We're gonna meet him again later. More importantly, we go back to the merry-go, and Zoro's confronting Johnny, who we have just now met, and Zoro's asking like, "Hey, what happened to Yosaku?" And Johnny's like, "Bro, dude, he's like super sick. We're like dying out here, and and then we all of a sudden we got attacked by this cannon that came out of nowhere." And then Usopp and Luffy go, "Ooh, that's big oof, buddy."
Yeah, because it's the same rock that they were shooting at for
Yep.
target practice.
Yup. Fucking dumbass. And then Luffy and Usopp are like, "Bro, dude, we're so sorry, whatever." And then, then Johnny's like, "It doesn't matter, dude, because regardless, Yosaku's dying out there. Zoro, is he gonna die?" Then Zoro's like looking all serious, like, "I don't fucking know, AG."
Yeah, Zoro, no point to Zoro look like he knows what he's doing. He's just staring intently.
Absolutely not.
He just like stares menacingly over his presumed dead corpse. Like, yep, that's like a dead guy.
It's like, I guess he's dead, buddy. I don't know. I'm an idiot too.
He's gonna
Don't
die.
And then Nami's just like, all right, he's fucking idiot. So Nami checks out Yosaku, looks at the tongue a little bit for a second, and she
I like
for all
how
of
she can
after
diagnose
2
scurvy by
seconds.
she can diagnose scurvy by looking at someone's tongue and their eyeball.
The classic
that's the
straight
thing.
man that is
That's the
Nami.
thing.
That's
it
100%
sounds-
how.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually no, that is
You
how
check
you
their
diagnose
eye, their
scurvy.
tongue, and their
Yeah, the eyes and
hand.
the tongue. Have you not
You
been a
check
diabetic before? It's the
No,
same
what?
shit.
I may be fat, but that doesn't mean I'm diabetic.
All right, Brendan, that's not a question.
All right, that's fair.
I've never had scurvy. How would I
Yeah,
know?
no, you very much
I
can
don't
see
think
it
a
in
lot
the
of people
eyes
get
and in the
scurvy
mouth
these days.
and like the color of the skin. It's super obvious shit. Like literally, the animation obviously doesn't really do it very justice, but like you can see like in real, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you can tell just by looking at somebody if they have scurvy. It's really easy. It's the stupid easy thing for sailors on the sea. Like, you got scurvy, bro. Eat a dick or eat some limes. Eat some oranges.
Eat a banana dick.
No, seriously, it's that simple. But Nami even talks
In,
about it. She's like,
in
yeah,
this
like,
case,
the fuck.
shove a bunch of lemons in your mouth.
Yeah, so she's like, all right, we got some
Excuse
limes
you,
out
there were
back.
Limes.
And then Luffy and Usopp come back and they got just a fucking barrel of limes. Like, I guess, like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of funky that they. Just
I
have
think
to
my
have
favorite part about that scene though has to be just like at first they're doing it like they're just squeezing the limes over into his mouth, but 90% of it is like going on the floor. Like they're not even.
Oh yeah, like, they're
his
doing it
mouth.
horribly. No, but then they had an idea of efficiency. They were like, but wait a minute, if we just put them in his mouth, then he'll get all of it. Started stuffing his fucking face with a bunch of limes, and then magically after it shouldn't have been that fast. Nami was even saying like, yeah, after a couple of days, he should probably be right back to his old self. He just needed to get fucking citrus back into his body. He doesn't have the right nutrients out for the sea. It's a thing, you idiots. And then, as soon as Luffy and Usopp are done stuffing limes in his face, he gets up and he's like, yeah, we're fucking better. We're great. Because fucking, goddamn it, One Piece. And then
Nami tells her how it is.
and now he's like, you shouldn't be better, you fucking idiot. Then sure as shit, Yosaku's like, I am bad. He's just fucking dead. So he's got to go take a nap. And meanwhile, we cut to later in the night. The crew are talking about it in the ship. They're going on about like, so it's really just an introduction to explain that you can't just be out on the sea with no sense of how to get good nutritional value. So then they're like, yes, of course,
kids,
eat your vegetables and your meats, of course. And then and then Luffy's like, you know what? Yes, we need a cook. We have to get a cook. And then Johnny's like, well, I happen to know, puts finger to forehead, exactly where you can get one.
So he could find a cook on the back of his hand, but he can't distinguish scurvy, the number one killer of pirates, apparently, on the sea.
They're bounty
He
hunters.
knows where the nearest McDonald's is, though.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
so
yeah.
This is how they'll try to. And I agree with you, Devin. But to be fair, this is where we're at. They're bounty hunters. They don't usually go out to sea. They're not pirates. They're not sailors. They're just bounty hunters. Like bounty hunters in their world are like Zoro. They're usually like on land, just doing whatever. They don't usually drift around unless they absolutely have to.
Continent or with a planet consisting mostly of water. That's
Right?
Shitty job.
Right?
That's like being like the neighborhood watch committee in a fucking barn.
No, this is not the first time that this topic will come up in terms of bounty hunters. They will. It gets referenced more than once. Bounty hunters are not sailors, so they are.
Like Marine makes sense. Marine makes sense. It's a navy. I get that. Totally makes sense. Bounty hunters, though, on a water-based planet where mostly everywhere you go is by boat, and you don't know how to use a boat. What are you? You're like a rent-a-cop.
Big oof, buddy. Although a lot of people would argue that, especially for towns and stuff, like they stay in one place. But if you're a bounty hunter, yeah, I would imagine.
But if you're in one town, like what are you doing?
Sailing.
Like the guy down the street, like the Usopp running through town screaming there's pirates. You're just gonna go up to him and be like, bro, they don't need bounty hunters on the land. Everyone knows who each other is.
All right, well we're taking too long. We're taking too long. Anyway, so he goes, finger to forehead. I know exactly where we can get a cook. We got to go to the Baratier. Well, he mentions a place. I'm sorry, we don't know where we're going yet. But he looks back to Zoro and he's like, and I happen to know that there was a sighting of a certain Hawkeye dude near there. And then Zoro looks up. He's like, and he grips his sword like he just got
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
You son of a bitch. And full body. Okay, so then after that, we cut to them on their way to the Baratier. Just kind of does a hard cut to basically, and then full body. That is the name of the Marine guy from earlier in the episode, he just fucking appears. He's just alongside the boat. He's there now, and then he's like looking over to the pirate ship. He's like, "Who the fuck are you guys?" And they're like, "Well, who the fuck are you? I'm gonna be king of the pirates," or whatever the fuck he said. I don't really care. But then at one point, Full Body was like, "Well, I've never seen your pirate flag before. Who fucking cares?" But he does recognize, and I thought this is really interesting. He recognized Yosuke and Johnny as like small time bounty hunters, but didn't recognize Zoro.
Zoro.
I'm like, bro.
Well, no, hold on. I got a counter argument. Zoro didn't have his bandana on.
Facts.
But he had
That
3
might-
swords.
That's
Doesn't matter. Anyone can carry 3 swords.
Yeah,
but that
he didn't.
bandana, though.
He wasn't in the stand, so that's why no one ever recognizes
He
him.
wasn't in the
Shit.
stance with
He
the,
didn't have the
with the
one in his
bandana around
mouth.
his head. God damn it.
It's like Superman, you know. Once Ken Clark puts the glasses on,
Right. The glasses.
Facts.
He's right.
Absolutely.
He's
Guaranteed. 100%.
He's right.
But so he notices them, and then he's like, "Yeah, but you're small time, so I don't give a shit anyway. I'm going to get some food or whatever." And then they're like, "Hey, if we were small time, would we catch these guys?" And they throw a bunch of bounty posters into the air. And then at one point, you know, Nami's looking over at the bounty posters. She happens to notice one in particular. I won't
Yep.
point out who
That
it was.
doesn't have an
Foreshadowing.
X through it.
That does not have an X through it, because a lot of the other ones do. But it does mean that was a target of theirs, and Nami took very particular interest in one of them. And I really like this scene too, because you also get a chance to see what the bounty posters look like in their world, because I don't think we got a chance to yet.
I mean, you get that like in every transition sequence in the episode.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, Brendan, he got you.
that's fair, I guess. That's not their real bounty posters, though. to be
Yeah,
fair.
but-
Well,
looks
I mean,
exactly
sure,
like-
the picture isn't, but
Yeah, that's fair. No, you're right. I still like
It was like the very first thing they show you.
That's fuck you, dude. No, I don't like you. Dylan, cut
Alright.
that out. Cut that out.
don't cut that out.
And then so yeah, then Full Body decides he's gonna fucking shoot the ship because he's like, "I'm done with you assholes." And then Luffy's
I
like,
just like how
"Aha!"
quickly he is to murder people as the main governing force, technically.
Yeah,
like the good
that's-
people.
I mean, that's
He's
the
like, yeah, fuck it, sink them anyways.
That's
Mind
a
you-
recurring theme.
He realizes that
For
there
the-
are
for the
innocent
Marines, that's a
bounty
recurring
hunters
thing.
on the boat, and he's just like, fuck it, sink them.
What is this?
He's a
about?
murderer. He's
Well,
no
they
different.
said they were pirates. To be fair,
No, not
Yeah.
the Johnson and the other
right? But
dude.
they're on a pirate ship. He wanted to sink.
They're
the
on a
ship.
pirate
He doesn't
ship.
really give a shit about Yosuke.
And
or
you
Johnny.
call them small
That's
time.
what I'm
Do you think he
saying.
gives a
That's
shit
what-
about them?
That's my point. He's like, fuck him. It's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
man, this dude's an asshole.
Yeah.
That's a reoccurring theme for all the Marines we've seen so far.
Yeah, dude. All the Marines are dicks. Not all, but a lot of them are.
So
dicks.
far, all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that Kobe.
Hey, what about your boy that was underneath the or Axan Morgan? He was a nice guy. The one that Kobe was chilling with at the end. He was a decent enough dude.
You mean the guy who
For now.
yeeted the girl?
Okay, that's facts. He did.
Hope we go to kill up
He
at
did that.
least.
But anyway, so Full Body decides to shoot the pirate ship, whatever, because he doesn't give a fuck. And then Luffy's like, "Well, little do you know, I can catch it." Not that Full Body's paying any attention at this point. And Luffy does catch it, but he loses his balance a little bit and accidentally yeets that shit into the Baratie boat.
This kind of
And,
reminds me of so that scene, because like you see it, like or the reason why he loses the balance on it is because the ship breaks under his hand.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm sitting here thinking like, is this whole shit made of like particle board? Because like a dude can fucking cut the beat or like the
Oh,
what's it called, the
well,
siding off with a
honestly.
sword. No, I'm talking about like I'm talking about Johnny was
Happened
able
to
to
you.
cut the fucking deck up with a sword easily, like it's balsa wood. The cannon, I'll throw a bone for the cannon, but Luffy's hands, he's made of rubber. He stretches quite a bit before it could snap. So
I mean,
It doesn't snap.
Yeah.
It just takes a piece out of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what I mean. Is like that's the reason why he loses his grip is because it literally breaks off with him. So like, what is this ship made of?
I mean, like,
Yeah.
he's seen it,
Made
but
of
Luffy's
convenient
himself is
plot
also pretty
lines.
strong.
No, I get it. No, I understand it's a convenient plot line. I just
It's-
find it humorous that it's like literally breaks all the time, but then they fix it.
It's both the strongest and weakest form of material ever.
It's
Simultaneously.
Schrodinger's ship.
what is it? It's like wild magic ship. Like one day it's titanium, next day it's balsa wood.
All right,
It's
moving
titanium
on.
when it's
So
at sea.
The cannonball makes its way into Baratier, and then we cut to Zeph, and then Zeph is introduced. He's the goat. He's like, I'm fine, you folks. Get the fuck away from me. Everyone go back to work. He's like literally bleeding at his forehead, and his hat's getting covered in fucking blood. And then Luffy finds his way over to Zeph because he's got to apologize for what he fucking did. And the first thing he was like, oh my god, your leg! And then he's like, you dumb shit, you didn't do this to me. And he's like, oh okay, I guess that's cool then. And but Zeph goes, but you will need to work to pay off your debt. And while you do that, you're going to be working for free for a year. And then they cut to, before they can finish that conversation, over back to the Straw Hats. And into the restaurant, the Straw Hats were like, man, why the fuck does he even give a shit? We should just blame the Marines. Cut to the Marine asshole inside the ship, or inside the restaurant, being a Marine asshole. He deserves to be blamed, but he doesn't get blamed because Luffy's nice of a guy. At this point, we're introduced to the sous chef of the Baratier, who meets up with Full Body having some dinner with his girl, and they're talking about the wine, and fucking Full Body tries to be like, fucking Simp Plus, and goes, aha, I know exactly what this wine is. It has to be fucking Marta Shenan's 73rd, or whatever the fuck he said. I don't actually know. And then the sous chef looks at him, he's like, you're dead wrong, son. Fuck you. You're an idiot.
Yeah,
be more
this
wrong.
is a valid lesson, though, to a lot of people. So I could attain to this reason for this example. So Crystal and I started dating. I was a quote unquote wine guy too.
Okay, she laughed.
You hear Crystal lying. So him lying to impress this Tinder date in the episode literally is just setting himself up for disaster. Like I have myself with wine because I know nothing about wine, and I hate wine, but I was definitely a quote loved wine.
But see, here was the one thing, and I'm going to give this one little thing to Full Body, even though he is a dick. He was like, I thought I had the wine figured out ahead of time. I told him to give that exact one. I'm like, not to say that, it's not funny as fuck to be completely stamped out from your little, 10 seconds of fame there, but why did they serve him a different bottle of wine? They never really talked about that. That's kind
Probably
of
because Sanji just didn't care.
Yeah, Sanji didn't care.
that's rude, dude. Come on.
We're talking about a restaurant that's the equivalent of like Applebee's.
That's not true.
I don't know about that.
If I ordered a Cabernet and somebody gave me,
hey, do you want something to eat? Here's a plate of spiders.
No, I mean any place that serves you a soup that's taken 3 days to prepare isn't Applebee's.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
It's 3 days to prepare at Applebee's because it's so fucking bad.
No, they microwave it on the spot.
It takes 3 days. It takes 3 days because it was made 3 days ago, and they microwaved it 3 days later.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Sanji didn't do that. I don't have microwaves yet, idiot.
there are no microwaves on the sea. You heard it here first, folks.
Not a single one. Don't at me.
And then
But, so after Full Body gets fucking got on his wine gag, then we cut back to Zeph and Luffy, and they're just going over like how long they're going to be doing this for. Luffy's like, all right, bro, I agree, I owe you one, but I'm broke as fuck, and I ain't staying here for a year. I've been waiting 10 years as it is. I ain't waiting another one. I'll give you 1 week. And Zeph's like, you fucking idiot. What do you mean you ain't giving me just a single week? And Luffy's like, I too.
Two.
And then Zeph lays it down. He's like, all right, do you have any idea what you've done? You've destroyed my ship. You've injured the head chef of the warehouse. Now I have to pay off all these people or get all these fucking repairs. Do you have any idea how much that's going to cost? And then Luffy's like, all right, you're right. I'm being unreasonable.
I've made my decision. 3
weeks.
Final answer.
And he's like, I've made my decision. I ain't fucking staying here longer than a week. I'm going to make sure that you let me go in a week. And Zeph's like, we'll see what happens. Oh, but I got a better way that you can pay it exponentially. You can give me your leg.
This kind of leads into like my favorite quote for what I wanted you label right early on as my quote of these whole 3 episodes, which is just Luffy saying no.
Like,
because the him back and forth argument is just no. Like, damn.
Luffy's like, do you have any idea how anything really works? Like, fuck you, you can't just be doing all this. He's like, no. I disagree with you. Fuck you.
I'm not going to produce any counter argument, just no.
Basically. And then so we cut back to the restaurant, and then full body stomps on a bug, and then calls the sous chef back over again, calling him waiter, and then he's like, "Hey, sir," and then while the sous chef comes by, he's like, "Oh, hey, madame, why don't we go get some wine? Fuck this asshole over here."
This
And he's like,
dude
"Hey."
He's a savage.
He's a savage. He's fucking
For now.
disrespecting your boy, and he's trying to fucking.
He does that with
fine and
multiple
dine the
people.
lady. Say what?
He does that with multiple people in the background. He's always just ignoring
Oh
them.
yeah, he's like constantly doing it. Like the girls are all loving it, while the guys are just like, I can't believe this fucking is this seriously happening?
Absolutely, dude. But so then full body's like, "Hey, dude, there's fucking bugs in my soup. What the fuck's all this shit?" And then he's like, "Aha, I've got him now. I'm gonna ruin the restaurant." And then Sanji's like, "Cool. Sucks to suck, I guess," or I don't know exactly what he said, but completely unfazed. He didn't give a single fucking fuck. And then everyone in the restaurant's laughing at full body again because he says something like, "Well, maybe you should just fucking eat the soup anyway," or whatever the fuck he did. And then after everyone started laughing in the background, that's when full body was like, "Fuck all this shit." He breaks the table. And he's pissed at the sous chef at this point. He's like, and at this point, Blondie doesn't give a fuck. He's just looking at the soup. He's pissed off because he looked down at it. He's like, if you took that fucking bug out of it, it still would have been fucking delicious soup.
I love the visualness of that scene though, where Sanji just like kneels down and puts his hand in the soup, like it's like his child that was like literally murdered in front of him.
Yeah, dude.
Like I get it, like, that's the
Intellectual.
sentiment, but it's like soup's hot, dude. That shit's still hot.
Well, I mean, I don't think he gives a shit. He cooks food for a living. Didn't Crystal say herself that she doesn't have the sense of touch anymore after being
Crystal,
a
do you have
server?
the sense of touch anymore to the point where if you put your hand on a bowl of soup that was poured on the ground, you would touch the liquid with your bare hand?
I mean, yeah, if it's on the ground, it's probably already cooled off.
Look at that.
Got him.
Look at that.
Fucking got him.
This is why I don't like
Yeah.
you being on the podcast.
You're dead. You're dead.
You're ruining my bits. Get out of here. You got
His bits, he said.
Put Crystal on. You go in the background.
Yeah.
Here you go. Talk to her. Here's my notes. Fuck all y'all.
Oh shit, he's gone.
He actually
Oh.
left.
Shit.
Are we
So, what's next
continue?
now?
Are we
Well,
gonna-
Continue.
Yeah, just keep going.
all right. Well, so yeah, the soup thrown on the ground. So,
Oh,
sorry,
you.
go
Here
ahead.
comes that one of those Stallone trivias.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I
You
bet I
tell
know
me that
this
soup
one.
made,
Ready for
made
this?
an appearance 300 episodes later.
Wait,
So the girl's name is Moody. For her
Okay.
name. And she appears one more time, literally after this show, after this episode. Only one more time.
Outside or during this arc?
Outside.
Okay, that I believe. I do think I know where. I do think I know where it is too.
Moving on.
That's
Next
not
episode.
too bad. I like how you knew her name though. That's the real trivia here. What the fuck? Get out of here.
My question is, Simi, did you look that up or did you memorize that just from watching it?
I like to pride myself on how well or how good I am with a lot of the names in One Piece as like a whole. Like even like the majority of the throwaway characters, if they're like named, I usually recognize them. There's no fucking way I would have remembered Full Body's fucking date's name. Who the fuck cares about that bitch?
She's
The
the
hell
slut,
outta here.
right? That's her
I
name.
remembered
Swipe
Full
right.
Body, but I don't remember fucking.
I remember her because she was in a different movie.
Yo, what?
She appears in one movie.
What?
That's a cameo.
What? Okay, that's interesting. Well, fair enough.
Huh.
Huh.
So, all right. Well, anyway, so Sanji looks down at the soup. God, it took us that long to come back to this. And yeah, he's pissed. He doesn't really care about the food itself, but he cares about the food being wasted. It's not that it's the soup that he slaved over. It's just the act of wasting food is just something that Blondie doesn't really care. And meanwhile, Full Body's like, what the fuck you doing out of here, all right? Fucking look at me when I'm talking to you. I'm going to make sure this restaurant's going to go down. And then Zeph and Luffy come breaking in out of nowhere. They just fucking come out of the ceiling or whatever. And after Zeph and Luffy coming in, Sanji just goes ahead and beats the fuck out of Full Body and holds him up by the neck and goes, "Don't you ever waste food in my life again. You understand me?" And that's it. That's the end of episode 20. Good little introduction to everyone's favorite blonde cook on the Straw Hat Pirate. You never waste food, kid, or you're dead. And then we'll just move into episode 21. In this episode, to a different chef guy on the Baratier. I believe his name is Patty, and he's just he's the most fucking. What's that guy's name? The guy who eats spinach?
Oh, Popeye.
Popeye.
He's the most Popeye-looking motherfucker I think you'll ever see again in this whole series. Well, a mixture of Popeye and literally Popeye's rival, like put them together, and that's what this fucking guy looks like. And he's out spouting to himself, that the customer is the king, and they're all fucking crooks. I'm just like, yeah, they're the king, but they're also fucking idiots, and we hate every one of them. They want to steal our money. All right, well, fair enough, my guy. I guess that's what happens when you work on a ship where half the time you're feeding pirates and shit. So after he comes out of the bathroom, he catches up with Sanji, who's beating the fuck out of Full Body, and then he's like, Sanji, stop, we need these customers, we need these assholes. And then Sanji and him are like talking off or whatever, then Full Body's like, I'm gonna shut this place down, I'm gonna take this whole place down, I swear to God I will. And then Sanji's like, bro, I thought I just taught you this fucking lesson. He literally comes out, the goons gotta come out and hold him back, he's about to kill this dude.
How many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old man?
How many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old man? They're all holding him back. He's like, well, you know what? You can't tell the Marines about our ship if we just fucking kill you here. It's like, oh shit, dude. And Zeph and Luffy are still doing whatever. They come out of nowhere. And then when Zeph sees what Sanji's doing with Full Body, he's like, all right, Sanji, I'm going to need you to just fucking stop. And then Sanji's like, the fuck you mean? And then they go at it. They start fighting each other, whatever. And then they start bickering back and forth. And then after Full Body's like, talking or whatever, fucking Zeph's like, I didn't say you could speak, fucking kicks his ass out of here. He's like, get the fuck out of my restaurant. Everyone's just a fucking asshole in this whole place. So then after that, then we hear that one of the Navy men from Full Body ship come out, and they're like, sir, we lost that prisoner from Creed's ship. And he's like, what the fuck you mean you lost the prisoner? And he's like, I don't know what to tell you, and then he gets fucking got in the back by this random rogue figure behind him. So that dude's dead.
No. So this is where one of my first notes actually comes up.
Sure.
Because later on, after that scene happens, him or Full Body and that guy who got shot fall away. So this brings up my first note, which is, what the fuck is the point of guns in this universe? None of them kill anybody. Not a single gun has ever in this universe killed someone, apparently. Minus the fact of beating them to death with it.
Guns do absolutely kill. Dude clearly got shot in the back and fell down. And we've already seen somebody die to a gun.
No, because this happens again, literally in the next episode, where he literally unloads on the whole kitchen staff and nothing happens to them.
Well, that I agree with. That
they
kitchen
might
staff
as
should
well
have
have just used paintball guns.
No, shit like that is whack. No, that is fair. That's a note that we can all
the severity of guns in the universe make no sense. Like Luffy getting gatted by those guys in the boats in the movie episode we did totally makes sense because Luffy's made of fucking rubber. They've already explained that he can't be shot. But any normal person getting shot, I don't understand. He was literally point blanked with a pistol to the back of the head.
This is a thing I can agree with. They should be dead.
No, yeah, for sure.
You're gonna shoot someone for dramatic.
But that's on episode 22. So why are we here?
Yeah, that's a good point. Absolutely. So let's hold our criticism until we actually get to a point where we can talk about it. So then I don't even know where the fuck we're at now.
Gene shot him.
We meet Jim for the first time.
We meet shadowy guy who gets Navy boy in the back, and then shadowy boy comes out and he's like, all right, everyone, y'all are gonna fucking feed me right now. I'm hungry. And that's when Patty goes like, oh, well, absolutely, sir. And how will you be paying for your bill today? And he's just like, how about a frickin' bullet? And dude's like, so you ain't got no money. Well, then fuck you. You get nothing. And he's completely unfazed by dude with a gun in his hand. And, he's probably unfazed because they don't do anything, right? There you go. And so then after, he fucking breaks the table and he tells him, all right, well, you ain't going to get no fucking food. You're going to get the fuck out of this restaurant. He's like, I just need food, please. And he's like, no matter what we do, if you don't got any money, we're getting you out of here. I don't really fucking care. And that's when he gets sent down. In the meanwhile, while they're all doing that, fucking Navy boy and what's his name, Full Body, are they're crawling out of the restaurant or whatever.
Again, complete bullshit.
Yeah,
they should have just left his body there. It's literally easy animation, just a still figure. It doesn't need to move.
We have talked about this. Death is very unusual in this. The writer only kills certain characters when it really matters.
It's mainly to add impact at the best.
Yeah. So now imagine this. You're a writer. Yeah, there's a lot of times where people like get low key not dead, but there will be people that die, and when they die, the idea is to give it a bigger effect.
The thing that bothers me is like I've seen like when it comes to like main characters or side characters actually have names and shit. Like I totally understand using that as like a plot device of like, oh, he didn't die, surprise, like sure. But we're talking about nameless. Most of these deaths that are
The writer has this is a real thing in an SBS. He only likes to kill named people, if anybody. He doesn't see death. The whole point of the series is just like because he fucking feels like it. He just wants to have fun, right? He doesn't try to kill people left and right to make like a super gritty show. He's trying to make it fun. He's trying to make a fun adventure.
I get it.
So he doesn't want to just kill everybody left and right. He's not fucking George R.R. Martin. That's not his goal.
Pirates.
That's fair.
I mean, they do play around with a more serious pirate theme, like throughout the series.
Yeah, they do. They get there. I mean, I will say that the writer does a really good job of maintaining his vision while also kind of getting into like some pretty decent undertones for like serious stuff all the time. But yeah, we're obviously not there yet, Chief.
Also,
right?
A lot of the more grim stuff is usually put in the backstories of people,
right?
Not necessarily the main plot.
No, like I get that, but to me, it's just like I like grim, dark shit. Like I love like the that in TV shows and everything like that when they display it. Doesn't matter what show I'm watching. It's just it annoys me personally in the series where it's just like I get it's supposed to be a lighthearted adventure show, but you put a gun next to a guy's head and pull the trigger and he's alive.
And to be fair, I don't think that happened with Pig Boy. I'm pretty sure that dude's dead. That guy's dead as fuck.
He didn't get shot though.
No, he got shot. No, Pig Boy shot the fuck out of that one dude that was challenging Shanks or whatever.
I thought he hit him with the gun. I didn't think he shot him.
No, that was Ben Beckman later. He smacked.
You didn't hear the flint going click, poof.
Yeah, no,
I don't remember it.
Guns are for actions, not threats. He literally fucking got him in the side of the head. That dude's dead.
So like that's what I mean. Is like in weird instances, like some people die and others it's just like, hey, we're playing paintball. Come on over. It's gonna hurt a little bit, but not a lot.
Yes, no, and that will be a reoccurring thing in the series. But anyway, we'll talk about it again when we get to the next episode. What happens next? I lost my place again. So okay. So Sanji goes outside. He meets up with the shadowy figure. So he went out back. He made some fucking food, and he decides he's gonna go outside and feed this man because he was a hungry boy, and he's gonna feed him anyway. And after he goes outside, the dude's like, I don't need your fucking charity. I'll just fucking die here, I guess. And then Sanji's like, he feels for beings hungry and starving on the open sea. He knows what it's like, and he's like, you have an option here. You can either stop being a little bitch, swallow your pride, eat some fucking food, or I guess you can just stay there. But this isn't a freebie. This is just from one previously starving boy to another. And then he's like, all right, fine, I'm gonna eat this. And he starts crying. He's like, it's the most delicious shit I've ever eaten. God damn it. And then Luffy's up top, of course, overseeing
as someone in quarantine who hasn't had a slice of fast food in a minute, I felt that.
God.
Wow, we picked a good time to get to this arc. Where everyone's stuck in quarantine, we can't get any good food.
I was tasting that fried rice.
I'm able to get fast food.
It's
Crystal and I literally just ordered pizza yesterday.
Well, it's a joke, Devin. But either way,
I know I'm being.
But yeah, so Luffy boy is overlooking. He's like, all right, hey, you know what? Yeah, this is gonna be my cook. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, this is Luffy's mentality. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Get over here.
So far, the running theme is that Luffy prefers someone who doesn't really care about the role. It's just necessarily overall being nice. Is his overall like standard for a crewmate?
Like, even though I don't think Luffy as a character would ever consider himself as somebody who's like, well, I'm going to feed this guy regardless. What he does do is he kind of like senses that good character out of the gesture.
Yeah.
His fucking morality or whatever. He vibes with that morality. He's like, well, then, yeah.
I just like, but it's not even just like that. His vibe, like him just like, you're mine now. Like, he doesn't even give him a choice. Like, he's just like, you're my cook now. And it's like, what?
We're leaving at 2 a.m. Be there.
Exactly.
It's because it worked on 2 people so far.
Every person he wants.
Yeah, it's worked so far, so he's like, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, he's like, to be fair, to Luffy's credit, he literally walks up to Zoro. He's like, I just want to see if you were good enough to be in my crew. And he's like, well, I
I
don't
mean,
really
like,
give a shit.
to
And
be
next thing
fair,
he's
it
like,
is the biggest.
you're in my crew. And he was like, all right, I guess I'm in your crew. He
And the
finds
same thing
Nami
with
and he's
Nami.
like, you're going to be our navigator. And she's like, all right. And then he finds Usopp. He's like, get over here, you idiot. And he's fucking all in. So, I mean, he's 3 for 3 right now on just being like, you're in, right? And
Right,
they're just like,
but this
fuck
is
it.
usually with kind of the exception of Zoro. This is usually after he's done something heroic to inspire them to join.
This instance, however, is just like
This
nope,
instance,
you're mine.
he's prefacing the that part. He's foregoing the heroic act as
I think
of
he's
yet.
doing it out of order. Is really what's happening.
He forgot his order.
He got the flow wrong this episode.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, "You're mine." Oh wait, shit! I'm supposed to do something heroic.
He had meat on the brain. He was like, I need someone to cook for me. I'm just gonna get this guy to cook for me. That's
to
all.
be fair, he's gonna be stuck there for a whole week, so it doesn't really matter.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, like, we as the bystanders recognize, he hasn't done, like, the cool thing that inspires the people to follow him. But always remember that in Luffy's perspective, he never sees himself as inspiring. He just does what he does, and then other people are like, you know what? I dig it. Like on the sideline, he's not like walking up to them and being like, "Oh, you don't want to be in my crew? Well, watch as I give you a rousing speech about something in my past that you don't really
Punch
know
the bad
about."
guy in the face.
And punch the bad guy in the face, and then you'll really want to be on my crew. Like that's not really his game, right? He's just constantly asking, and then if they say yes or no, it just so happens to be because he happened to inspire. Regardless, so after he meets up with Sanji, he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna be in my crew." And he's like, no, I'm not going to be in your crew. But you ought to be careful because, Zeph used to be a pirate captain, whatever. He used to, be a pirate. And or this whole ship's filled with hotheads. You got to be careful out there. And then he starts talking about, like every single day, we're constantly being raided by pirates, all this shit. So, they're tough because they have to cook for the worst of the worst out there. And all the waiters left because they're weak shit. They're weak. Get the fuck out of here.
I feel like hosts are actually the most weak. If I were going to compare,
There was no host. There were no hosts.
Oh, right.
For a 5-star restaurant, ain't nobody serving food out there
because they quit.
They'd be quitting. They can't handle it out here. So and then Luffy's like, but why won't you go? And then Sanji's like, because I got my own shit I got to do. And then Gein's like, boys, guys, I just want to talk really quick. And he's like, so you want to go? What are you doing out here? Why are you a pirate? And then Luffy's like, well, I'm gonna go to the Grand Line and find the One Piece. And then Gein's like, all right. Well, I don't know about all that. You can't be a new crew if you haven't even been. You have to be a pretty new crew if you haven't even found a fucking chef dude yet. And then Luffy's like, yeah, we're brand new. This guy's only the 5th person I've made join. And Sanji's like, fuck you, I ain't on your goddamn little crew. And then, Gein starts talking about the dangers of the Grand Line. Something that's really interesting is that he chose to talk about it, but when Luffy asked, like, is it really that bad out there? Gein was like, I don't know. We never actually made it. So he and his crew never actually made it to the Grand Line. So there is, like, weird... It's hard to get there. It's not something that anyone can just do off, like, at the drop of a hat. It ain't simple, folks.
It feels like it should be. It feels like it should just be like go south.
And it is.
Because
To a lot
makes
of
it seem that way.
Yeah, to a lot of people. But depending on certain obstacles, it's not that simple. And we'll get there eventually.
He also gives him career advice on being a pirate.
Yeah, he tries to give him like his career advice. Like
He goes, listen here, kid. You're still young. Take a year off. Figure out who you are.
right, yeah.
Don't explore the rest of East Blue first.
This man's literally like every parent over every millennial. You don't have to work so hard. Go travel the world. Go backpacking in Europe. Like you got time, kid. Don't worry.
My college advisor.
Oh
What I'm
god,
saying, dude.
that's not mine.
That's not my. That's not my old man either. My old man would tell me I was a fucking idiot. But as they're just talking about it, and he's like, whatever. They're talking about Don Krieg, and then Don Krieg's the strongest known pirate in the East Blue, and that he commands like all these fucking dudes, and blah blah blah. The chefs are talking about it, and then they're fighting amongst themselves. And that's when we cut back to Gein and Luffy and Sanji, and they're all just saying bye to each other. They're like, oh, all right, well, thanks for the food. It was great. I hope we see each other again, blah, blah, blah. And then Zeph comes out the window. He's like, sure, boy. And then Gein looks over to Sanji. He's like, hey, dude, sorry about that, by the way, because you're probably going to get in trouble for giving me free food. And then Sanji's like, you know what, bet. Fucking picks up the shit, throws it in the ocean. Now there's no proof. There you go, boys.
Second most gangster thing to happen in this season.
Dude, Sanji's
Let's
such a
get a
genius.
mark. I'm gonna mark it. Second most gangster. Like, where'd you poop, officer?
This is a gangster thing Sanji does, and but he does some real dumb shit later.
Oh boy, I can tell
In
that I
this,
already know
in
what,
this series of episodes.
I already know what you're getting at. But
Again, don't get me wrong. I'm not justifying what he does later, but this moment, moment,
No,
it's
gangster
justified. You'll
hell.
see why it's justified eventually, but
All right,
keep
but,
going.
I understand that. It doesn't. I have no
so
words.
anyway, we cut to so obviously Luffy is now the chore boy on the ship. We cut to chore boy is out here. I'm gonna be the best chore boy on the ship, says Luffy, and then the chefs are talking about Sanji like on the side, like about his tenure and how he became the sous chef. So we get like a little bit of side notes of Sanji without him actually telling anybody else. And Luffy's just kind of listening and doing the dishes and also breaking every single fucking dish.
I like how
watching.
I love that scene because he's washing them, but he just like drops them.
And then the fucking
Another
Patty
one.
comes up and he's like, "How many dishes did you broke?" And then Luffy goes like, "Oh shit, I forgot to count." Fucking
Implying he was breaking them on purpose.
fucking dumbass. I hate him. I love him, but I hate him.
He would be the worst employee ever. That's why he's a
Oh
manager.
yeah.
So then he's like, then there's like a plate of food walking by. He tries to eat a piece of food. Then he's like, everyone's like pissed at him, and he's like, yeah,
No,
whatever,
he
guys.
doesn't.
And
No,
he-
he does eat it. He
He
absolutely eats that piece of food.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, that's what I meant. Like he ate the
dish.
fucking ate a piece of food off of a random plate, and then everyone's like, dude, that's gonna be for somebody. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. He grabs like a random fucking pot that's still hot, burns his ass, and he's fucking breaking everything. And all the chefs are like, all right, get the fuck out of this kitchen. I'm sick and tired of your
You see,
shit.
he's implementing that being really bad at your job so you get
Yeah,
fired.
you're so bad at your job that they have to make you go. That they have to get rid of you. Dude. That's what they're doing.
You're trying to get that, what's that called?
He's trying to get fired. He's trying to get that furlough.
Little does he know he's a part of a union.
I mean, yeah, that's right. Yeah, takes 3 marks.
I don't actually know that. I was just trying to make a bid.
Most unions, it takes 3 tries of the same issue to get fired.
That's why he's
Well,
not fired.
Unions are great for the employees, horrible for the employers, but it's also bad for the employees because the really bad employees don't make the same horrible mistakes 3 times in a row. Unless they're really dumb.
Yes.
Like when I worked at the zoo, it was 3 times and it takes forever. But I digress.
You can only get eaten by the lion once. 3 times is a little hard.
Actually, no.
It's a little hard to
Actually, no.
justify.
Actually, no. Surprisingly enough.
Yo, dude, I too watched Tiger King.
No, yes,
Stop
but
that.
no.
All right, well, anyway, all right, we're getting sidetracked. But shoot, where are we at? Okay, then Luffy catches up with the crew that's enjoying outside in the room, and then Luffy's like, "Oh man, what the fuck, dude? Why do you guys get to eat like doing?" And they're all just like, "Hey man, I don't know. Why'd you fucking break the ship, chore boy?" And they're all just like, "I guess we're just gonna keep doing this. You do you, man." And then Luffy, being the stuck up son of a bitch that he is, he puts a booger in Zoro's water. And then Nami and Usopp are eating this shit up. They're like begging for Zoro to drink that shit. And then Zoro's like, just about to drink it. When out of nowhere, he shoves that shit down Luffy's throat. Because he ain't gonna be made gotten of. And
Again, showing another example of why Zoro's perception's fucking top tier when he
Zoro's
wants
got
to.
the highest perception of all time. Absolutely. They're all just having a bit with each other. They're having a great time. Fucking Nami, Usopp are laughing their asses off at what the hell's going on. Luffy and Zoro. Luffy just ate a booger. Zoro's really fucking proud of himself. He's pissed at Luffy for trying to fuck with him.
The Nami being part of the hijinks kind of gives it more comedic effect here.
No, it does. It's always fun when Nami's in on it too. I love when Nami gets in on their stupid shit. But that's when Sanji catches eyes with Nami while she's laughing, and then he strolls on over to the table and puts on the biggest fucking simp act I've ever seen in my fucking life. No, not the. He does plenty of them throughout the whole series. But yeah, now we're starting to see Sanji picks up the, well, how's it going, mademoiselle? How are you? Whatever, like fucking hard eyes. He's head over heels for Nami or whatever. He's talking like a different voice all of a sudden. And Nami's like, oh, well, you know what? I sure. And then she uses the opportunity to be like, well, I don't really have any money. I can't really pay for all this. And then he's like, oh, well, for you, it's free. Don't even worry. But then
she turns that charm up to 11.
He looks right back to the guys and he's like, yeah, but you still got to pay. Sorry, all you boys, you still got to pay. And then at that point, that's when Zeph drops in out of nowhere. And he's just like, hey, you know what, dude? Why don't you join these assholes? I hear that they're starting a crew. And then Sanji's
only
like,
making Luffy's ego that much higher about his claims for yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dead serious.
Yep, absolutely. And that whole conversation's cut pretty short. We just cut immediately to Geen talking with his presumably his captain or whoever on some undisclosed location, being like, "Dude, I made it back." And then he's like, "So, what are you gonna do?" And he's like, "I'm gonna take you there." And cut to the episode. All right,
making our boy look like a real asshole.
Making our boy look like a real asshole. Wow. All right, so moving on to episode 22. So Sanji and Zeph are arguing with each other. Zeph saying, we don't fucking need you on the ship anymore. You should just go out and do some shit. And then Sanji's like, the fuck you mean you don't need me? I hold this whole place together. I'm the glue here. I'm the head chef. I am the sous chef here. All right, fuck off. And then Zeph's like, yeah, we don't need that shit. And Sanji's like, you listen to me. I'm going to stay here until you fucking die, and then I'm going to own this place. And then Zeph's like, ha! I still got another 100 years left in me, kid. And Sanji makes a little boy. He's like, gotta always have the last word. And then Luffy comes in off the side. He's like, bro, see, he said it was cool, so just fucking come with us, all right? He's okay with it.
All right, guy, you got your parents' permission. Let's go.
You got your parents' permission. So let's go, dude. Let's do this. Dude, he said you could have a sleepover, okay? Just come on.
Here's my thing. Imagine if he did at that moment, just was like, sure, and then
pretty funny. You're like, you know what? Yeah.
But with the consequences that we know that are coming, just imagine what would happen if he said, right, let's go. Right now, you mean going to the Grand Line.
Probably would have got fucked, actually. But would have got fucked. But so Sanji goes back to hitting on fucking Nami or whatever. Usopp looks over to Zoro. He's like, "Hey, dude, you might taking this out. I would do it myself, but you know." And then Nami's playing the shit out of Sanji, you know, being like, "I can't pay for all my food," and Sanji's like, "Yeah, no problem," and everyone else got to pay. And after that whole little interaction, we just pretty much do a hard cut to 3 days later, and then Zoro, Nami, and Usopp are on the Mary. They're just talking. They're like, "Man, I can't believe it's been 3 days. Well, how much longer are we gonna be here for?" And Luffy's doing some chores, and Usopp's like, "Bruh, how long are we gonna stay here for?" And then Luffy's like, "I think I've got a plan. I'm getting to him. I swear, just a little bit longer." And then Usopp's like, And Nami's like, "I don't know why you guys don't like it here. I love it here. Everything's free. Everyone's so nice."
She's enjoying the simp life.
Yeah, dude, she's being simped real hard. And meanwhile, Zoro's just like, "Yeah, it's free for you." And so yeah, then we start seeing a bunch of broken ass ships in the distance rolling up, and we find that after some big figured man and it looked like Geen at the time come off to the front of the restaurant, it would appear that it's Don Krieg. He's recognized by other people in the ship, and Geen and Krieg come in through the front door, and they just start begging for food and water, like right out the gate. Everyone's like looking around, like, all right, like, is this really what's going on right now? Like, is this a thing? Like, this is supposed to be like a major like pirate. He's supposed to be ruthless, and for some reason he's groveling, begging for food and water. then fucking Patty's like, "Dude, this is great. This fucking idiot, dude, fucking call the Marines right now. We ain't gonna help this bum." I'm like, shit, dude, he's got a point there. That's honestly, that's a decent idea. He ain't wrong. He's this fucking pirate. Might as well. I mean, I can't hate him for it. But but Krieg gets down on his hands and his knees, and he's just fucking begging for help. And then fucking Sanji comes downstairs, because of course, like, as soon as he asked for, Sanji was like already like, "All right, I'm out. I'm going to the kitchen." Fucking, he comes downstairs, and then while Patty's like, "Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that shit," kicks him in the fucking face, and then Patty falls off the stairs and lands on the ground. And then Sanji's like, "All right, here, have the food." So he feeds Krieg, who was dying of starvation. And then that's when the other chef dude, the guy with the glasses.
His name was Karn.
Karn? Is that his name?
Carne. I don't know how to pronounce it.
All right, Carne. We'll
Literally
call him
means
Carne.
meat.
Carne comes out
Literally
from
means
behind.
Are we sure it's Karn and not Sharn?
It's I don't know. It's Carne.
It's probably
That is straight up Spanish for me.
That's usually carne.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's Carne. So Carne comes out and he's like, bro. So while Krieg is eating, he doesn't even get to give his own exposition. Fucking Carne already knows everything about this man. So he starts talking about, this dude used to be a Marine, or he pretended to be a Marine. Sorry, he pretended to be a Marine so that he could get at a Marine mark. To raise on his ship so that whenever he went into port on various towns or cities, he could pretend to be a Marine. And by the time he got there, all their defenses were already down and ready to let them in. So it was easier to ransack. And that's when Luffy and a lot of others are like, making a comment like, damn, this guy's a dirty motherfucker.
Yeah, it boils down to him. He's not above playing low blows.
He plays the I'm going to get game. And it's fair game. It's how you gotta do it sometimes.
I mean, they pirates,
dude. You can't fault them for it. And that's when Krieg, after he gets done eating, because he's a ruthless pirate. He don't give no shits. He hits the shit out of Sanji, knocks him to the ground, and then Gein's actually pissed off at this point. Gein, we have reason to believe, was not in on this whole plan. He's actually asking Krieg why he broke the promise. And well, because Krieg's a dick. Long and short of it, he's a pirate. He does what he wants. And then Krieg also looks out and he decides, hey, you know what? This right here, I just got done losing a fuckload of ships.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Look at me. I'm the captain now. This is the
point. This is the point too where you realize that Sanji was trained by the cats from Monster Hunter World.
Okay.
And how his food is just like super buffing, because this dude was literally collapsing on the ground, dying. And then as soon as he's done eating, he's got enough energy to scream at the top of his lungs and
got a plus 25 to strength.
Give fucking
Constitution.
Bro,
the meanest lariat.
That is a real plot element. Because Sanji is like the best cook that they could ever find. That is a thing that they'll reference numerous times. Where like
I believe it.
It's important.
It's because he was trained by those by Grandma Cat from fucking Monster Hunter World.
Monster Hunter, dude. You know it. Fucking know it. So yeah, well, Krieg decides that he wants the boat. He's also demanding that all of them feed his what's left of his men. He's got about 100 dudes on his ship behind him, who are all dying of hunger and thirst. And he's like, I want every single one of these fuckers fed, and you guys are going to do it for me. And then Gein is like on the ground because he apologizes to Sanji. He's like, dude, I didn't know this. I didn't know all this was going to happen. And then Sanji decides, you know what? He stands up. He's like, you know what we're going to do?
Third time's charm.
We're going to feed some fucks, dude. We're going to feed some hungry fucks. And then everyone's like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What the actual fuck?
So yeah, I mean, Sanji, he's got a one-track mind. He's got one thing in mind.
Get it. I get sticking to your morals, but this is just so goddamn.
This is
goddamn reckless.
I thought you were going to be on the simp bit because
I do not give a fuck. I do not care.
Oh, okay.
It's hilarious.
I always like how, like, what I thought was really interesting. I'm gonna do a quick just a minor one back. The difference between how he reacted to Full Body's date versus how he reacted to Nami. Whereas with Full Body's date, he acted suave and like asked her for a glass of wine and back, and then with Nami, full on fucking simp.
The man can clearly.
Anything you want.
The man can clearly see a waifu. He's got waifu's radar.
The man's got culture. He knows culture when he sees it.
Okay, that's what it is, right?
He notices my dude.
You're forgetting what he did before he saw Nami. He was also asleep another chick.
Oh my god, this is fucking whatever. I don't know about all that. Yeah, I guess the moment he saw that. So this is what you were pissed off by. The fact
this is what I'm annoyed about.
This is what he was
like. You can stick to your morals and everything. Like, but this is ridiculous.
Is it a smart move? No, but it's justifiable.
This is stupid.
It's justifiable. It's not smart.
This is straight up stupid. Like you can call the cops on. You could feed this man, but after he's caught up The Marines are there. They've locked him the fuck up, and then you can spoon feed him some fried rice. Like, who cares? Like, that's fine. I get that you have sympathy for starving fuckers, but like,
Oh man, this is hot take corner with Christian today. Oh boy, maybe not a hot take. I agree with you, Christian. I will say that I really do admire the attitude, although I 100% agree. Like, you could totally lock this guy up before feeding him. But I mean, I also don't know what it's like to be starving. I don't know if, like, you know, when you're in a starving situation, like if you're minutes from death, like what that even feels like. Or
It takes
whatever.
fucking months.
It feels like crap.
I'm sure it does, but they had to have gone without food for literal weeks.
What's another couple of
To get to
days
that point.
and how long it takes them maybe to get there?
So for contemplation, Brendan, this is how long it would take for me. You know what I look like physically to die of starvation?
Uh-huh.
3 months.
I don't believe you for a second. It takes 3 days for someone to die of
3 months.
dehydration.
That's dehydration.
Well, food, yeah, dehydration and food are different.
Food
They also
is-
had
the
didn't.
body-
They also
the
had.
body eat first. The body will eat your fat cells first. Then it'll eat
Right.
your
No,
muscles.
I'm aware
Then
with
it'll
how
eat
that part works.
That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
but
So,
they
for me,
they also haven't
someone like
had
me.
they haven't had anything to
haven't had-
I
drink.
know. They also make a big deal of saying water also. I get that.
Yeah,
They're
I'm not
like-
pointing out the water part. I'm pointing
They
out the
ha-
food part.
Right, but they haven't had food or water in actual days. They are starving, thirsty people. They're the epitome of famine, and I don't know what that's like. I mean, I've been on keto before. I know it doesn't feel very good, but
Keto, the man,
I'm basically an expert on starving people. I was on keto.
the modern day Gandhi.
I don't know what it's like to be starving. That's what I'm trying to say. Closest I've
No,
ever been is on keto.
it's I don't know,
All right.
man. I mean, but I understand what you're getting at. Yeah, that is kind of fun.
Okay, there, Gandhi.
There's a lot of ways that they could have gone about the situation, but Sanji's just-
Many better situations.
I mean, the funny thing is, though, even if he was starving for that long, the amount of food that was fed to him is vastly dangerous. Also,
Yeah.
yes, and that
But
was a point that I was willing
We're
to
ignoring
make.
science here. So.
Yeah,
Okay, guys,
that's the thing.
You're
right
getting
there.
a bit above anime logic here. Bring it down.
All right, okay, we're starting. Okay,
Yeah.
we need to bring it back down. Bring it back down.
Back
All
to
right,
anime.
So I won't say that I immediately hate you, boy, for wanting to feed the 100 men, but I mean, yeah, it's kind of dumb. it's pretty bad. Pretty bad idea, fam. But he's like, no, fuck it, we're gonna feed some hungry fucks, and then everyone's like, the fuck is the matter with you? And they all try to stop him, and then you get a little moment of Sanji being like, I don't care who these people are. When somebody's hungry, I feed. I am a cook. Plain and simple. Fuck you. It's all I know. That's the only compass I got.
Yeah.
And then
His
everyone's
reasoning
like,
is very sketchy too. He goes like, "Shouldn't people eating my food be enough? Like, what else do I got to do? I gotta think for myself. No, I'm just
I
a
gotta-
tool
It's so
that makes-
straightforward.
That's it.
"You,
I'm
when,
like,
when they're healthy, get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here."
what do I care? As long as he eats my food, I don't care. I'm like, that's just making this worse.
He
Like,
says it straight up too.
Man, I'm not a doctor. I'm just
yeah. That's it. That's basically word for word. He basically word for word goes, "What do I care after they're done eating my food? I don't care. They ate my food. They liked it. Done. I got nothing else to do."
No wonder
don't
the
care.
grandpa wants to get rid of him.
Yeah. It's like, well, I mean,
Damn it,
see,
Tim, I'm not a doctor. I'm a
that's another
chef.
problem. That's another problem for the very end of the episode, but because spoilers for 5 minutes from now, but the fucking owner Zeph comes down with a giant ass bag because he already predicted this was going to happen and had 100 bento boxes
Well,
made already.
Not much happens in between, so we can just skip to that. Yeah, he brings down the big bag of food, which I'm assuming is raw ingredients. I don't really think he made.
No, he was like,
this
this.
is wrong.
Well, this is food for 100 men, and
Yeah,
so
I
I can
would
only assume he made 100 meals for them.
Yeah. He comes down and goes like, here's food for 100 men. Yeah, I would imagine it's probably like 100 meals, probably like bento, but I don't know. Well, when we get to the next episode, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
like-
thought he was like apples and like bananas.
The only saving grace for the fact that the owner did it is the look of sheer terror on Don Creek's face at the end of it when
Yeah,
he hears
so-
when he hears Homeboy's name.
Yeah,
So-
when Zeph comes down with the food, obviously Don Krieg, well, maybe not obviously, but Don Krieg recognizes him immediately, and he goes, "Redfoot Zeph," and that's when the episode cuts off.
I think he just says Zeph.
He just said
I
Zeph.
think he just says Zeph. He doesn't go Redfoot. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
he just-
in
He
mine,
recognizes that he's
a little foreshadowing there to me.
my bad. In mine, he calls him Red. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the sub he goes Zeph. because he hears all the other people calling him Owner Zeph, and he's like, oh.
You're that, Zeph.
So I actually have a note that happened before this point. It's where before Zeph appears, where what's it called? Krieger is like flexing and everything like that. Because again, we forgot our rant of the day.
Oh right, when he
Boy, the Devin rant.
flexes
Here we
his
go.
fucking his guns and his armor.
Go ahead, Devin. Lay it on us.
So my first
Where we
point,
at?
my first point is we discussed last episode on the movie about how people wearing gold armor.
Yes.
I looked at it. He's not wearing gold armor.
Right, he says
He's
steel.
wearing gold-plated
He makes a
steel.
point. he makes a point out of calling it an alloy.
That was
Exactly.
gonna
No,
be
it's
the one
steel.
note I had.
It's different
that
types of
skipped
steel.
over. Yeah, he named them various types of steel, so it is not gold. We were mistaken on that one.
Yeah, so that was one thing that we had, clearing up mistakes. But the fact of the guns, that's where it's just bothering me the most. Again, just going back to that point in the very beginning. He has like 6 fucking machine guns on him. Okay, whatever, anime logic, I don't care. But the fact that he unloads on everyone in the boat, might as well say, nobody dies. Nobody's even wounded. They're just like, you fucking shot me with a paintball gun, asshole. Like, that's it.
Yeah,
They have that.
No
They have that
mortally
Nathan.
wounded.
They have that
Nothing.
Nathan Drake luck where none of them really got shot. They just got close to death.
They're out
He
here
might
playing
as
an
well have just
Uncharted
taken a
game. That's what's
slingshot.
happening.
He might as well have just taken a slingshot. I'm pretty sure Usopp is more lethal than these bullets.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Usopp can keep up, because all he
the guns
needs
in the universe aren't packed with enough gunpowder.
There
Apparently,
you go. There you go.
You got to stop
It just-
giving this man more opportunity to talk up Usopp. This is getting out of hand.
No,
It's
dude.
just, it's just hurting my brain
Brendan's
so much.
simping
It's like
Usopp
watching.
right now.
Anyway,
Oh,
we've
man. Is that what
we've
I'm
Because
doing?
like his armor, I
Yeah.
totally dig. It's steel alloy, gold plated, which kind of makes the whole microwaves aren't existing thing kind of little sketchy because they clearly have electrical powers in this universe because that's how gold plating works.
They do have electricity. But
So
I
does
guess,
that mean
like-
they have microwaves?
okay,
in
okay. So I'll say that like in this universe, like anything expect to be like the normal like way things work. Now imagine it like working the same way, but they go out of their way to like give it a weird quirk to make it work. Kind of like Flintstones logic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how like shit's gonna like. Okay, do they have submarines? Yes. Does it look like a normal submarine? Nah. Do they have scuba gear? Yes. Does it look like normal scuba gear? Nah. Do they have? I can't think of other good ones, but
Do they,
Do they
have,
have-
microwaves though?
do they have microwaves? I'm gonna say no.
No,
If they have gold plating
I have
technology,
I
they
have
gotta
never
have
seen-
microwaves.
I've never
They
seen
don't-
a microwave.
they don't have
They're not
microwaves.
equatable.
They have ovens, all right.
They do have ovens. They 100% have ovens.
The food never goes
I've
cold.
Never seen a microwave.
This is that SpongeBob logic where there's fire in the ocean. This is food never going cold.
I mean, that's fair.
You gonna down SpongeBob now too? You gonna at me?
I'm not gonna add you there. That's
I'll never doubt
I-
SpongeBob's
nobody.
life.
All right, so we that's where the 3 episodes end. Right, let's talk about this this golden ham bone. Ham.
I mean, I'm
There's
gonna
really-
give it to Zeph
Gonna give it to
myself.
Zeph?
Either that or Sanji.
I would have given it to Sanji, but I know there's gonna be resistance on the front over there with
I
the.
refuse.
Yeah, see.
I'm gonna give it to Luffy. I'm giving it to Luffy.
Damn, this is all over the place.
For what? He broke dishes. All he did the entire
No,
season.
no. You're
All right,
missing.
all
No,
right.
no. This I'll
All
give
right.
my reasoning.
Yeah,
This is
give
my
your case here.
reasoning. Okay. Luffy gets my vote for the golden ham for simply this. He has the balls to fucking walk into someone else's establishment, tell him no repeatedly, work for him, and not doing it on purpose to get fired so that he could steal one of his chefs. Master fucking planning. I'm telling you, master fucking planning. He has the balls
That's
and
some
the
pretty cool
gall to
strategy.
walk into someone else's establishment, steal one of their cooks, and break their shit.
He's gonna come out. He's gonna come out of a situation with more than he got. That's managerial experience if I've ever seen it.
I'm telling you, that's why he deserves the ham bone. I'm saying.
All right,
That's what I'm
what's your
saying.
case on Zeph,
Mic
kid?
drop.
I give it to Zeph just because he's okay. So I would say that the most interesting character in the 3 episodes was by far Sanji, as it's meant to be. I do agree that that last little bit is a little. It's a little excessive, but it's really just to drive home a point of like who Sanji is as a character. That is his quirk. He demands people be fed, boy. Like everyone's got like that. They're the Achilles heel, but with that, knowing that, I would give it to Zeph because he, up until this point, we have no reason to believe is anything other than just as cool as Sanji, just as good of a chef, has the same morals, and fucking, I mean, the hat, dude. The hat's so good. I love the hat.
It's perfect bonking length.
It's perfect bonking length, my guy. I'd give it to Zeph.
All right,
because
any other?
I like Zeph.
Any other nominees here?
I'm sticking to Luffy.
Sammy.
Honestly, I have no
All
good
right.
picks. I didn't feel like anybody necessarily.
I kind of feel that. What about you, Stallone?
Nah, I don't think
No
anybody
one?
really deserved it.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna just I'm just gonna say Geen. Because
So I'm gonna go Karn
else?
because he was expedition. It was the
all right. So
expedition 101.
he's gonna give it to Carne.
I mean, at least my point actually had some.
Yeah, I don't.
Yours is-
I'm gonna go with Devin if this is
Yours
where
is
we're at.
based on pure nonsense stuff.
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pure conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
No
No.
conspiracy. It's all true.
you're thinking
We all saw
Luffy.
it.
You're thinking Luffy has
No,
2020 IQ
We saw
plays.
Luffy be himself.
That's what I mean. He was ballsy. He was being himself, and he took control from another man.
All right, so I have
That's-
three potential winners here.
We agree that there was no good people, but you have three.
No,
potential-
right. But now this is based. This is
That's why
based.
he has so many.
Yeah, this is based on really much no one being an outstanding person here. First one, obviously, being Sanji, right? Is the sole purpose of this episode to introduce his character, his morals, his weaknesses, strengths, all that. We haven't necessarily seen his attacks, which are pretty cool.
He's a baby.
Yeah, there was like that quick little sequence of like that from the opening. That
Right,
just,
and it-
like,
No, we've seen Zeph. We've seen Zeph
right.
attack.
It's a pretty cool reasoning why he does
No,
it
we
the
saw
way he
Sanji
does.
do a roundhouse with against.
Patty.
what's his face?
Yeah, he roundhouse kicked Patty in the face.
Well, no, he does it to the Marine guy too.
Yeah.
when he
Oh,
sold
hand
his
up the
cooking.
body.
So
Yeah.
he's the first obvious pick here, and then we got
Just
the
Beyblade, though.
yeah right.
He's no different than a Beyblade. The difference
Okay.
Beyblades are cool. All right, quiet. We got the two outliers here. We got what are the faces? Johnny and Yosuke.
Johnny and
Yosuke.
Yosuke.
Yosuke. Because of their little dance every time they accomplish any little thing.
Forget one thing. They're carpentry, though, my guy. They're carpentry.
You're right, and then they also repaired
Oh, I
their own.
forgot. I wrote a note about
They
that.
repair
Those
the
dudes are
things.
master carpenters. Don't care what.
Yeah, they are.
They repaired the damages they made, like good boys.
As soon as they got better, they fixed the ship.
They fixed the ship perfectly. They're master carpenters. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
boy.
They should get out of the fucking bounty hunter trade because there's no profit and start being carpenters. I'm telling you.
I don't know about no
You can't say
profit. Did
profit.
you see all those crossed out wanted posters?
Yeah, they're also mega rich, which was another point here. They're low key loaded with like cash. A lot of those are pretty high up bounties. Like they weren't like these little cheap $10 bounty things. So I saw like a 5,000 to 20,000 in there.
But how do we know they actually achieved those and not someone else and they just marked it off?
100% Zoro did that for them, but let's ignore that.
That doesn't make them less rich.
Yeah, Zoro don't care about
I think
money.
they did any of that.
Yeah, they literally haven't gotten a bounty since Zoro left.
And then
They have. I really don't. I think those X's are just marked that those
I'd be
people
surprised.
died.
and then we got our
If
last
they can't figure out scurvy, I don't think they can capture a dude.
on that point. The last nominee is Nami herself.
Scurvy? Oh,
That laugh was.
Let's give Hambone to scurvy.
Stop it. No. So
the plot
the case on Nami. The case on Nami while Lewis is still there, she saved a man's life on the spot. You low-key knocked her.
Facts.
okay.
Sanji clearly knows what's up. Sees her, gives her one glance. Sees,
That's a bonus point in Sanji's that court. Not Tom.
no. You need the gold before you can have the man mining for the gold. All right. There needs to be a reason to go mining.
So that is a plus point.
Sure. And free food. She understands her game. She knows how to.
She knows the game. She knows it well.
She knows it too well.
She's low key the reason why fucking Sanji joins the crew in the first place.
Right? It's true.
Fucking facts.
She sends that simpism from a mile away and said, "All right, let me perk up my
I
charms."
smell simp in the air.
I smell a simp. I could smell one a mile
So,
away.
It's about you,
So
Nami.
those are the three
Smell the
cases.
wallet.
Between those three of yours, I would go with Nami, and then it would
Yeah,
be a
then-
toss up between Nami and Luffy. You make a good case for Nami. She wasn't on my radar at all until we laid it down there for the world to.
I'm still sticking to my guns.
All right. So what are the consistency here? I'm going with Nami.
I vote Nami.
Simi, tiebreaker.
I said Nami.
Oh,
Ah, shit. All right. Well, I was with you, Devin. I was with you.
Nami wins the golden ham.
The ham of the week.
The ham of the week.
The underlying underdog came out of left field.
Yeah, man. Her.
All right, and now we got these memorable quotes. Anybody got any?
No.
Stop
No.
no. Google.
Hmm?
Rolling.
I would say that there was maybe not like memorable quote. There was
There was one I have, but anybody else got one before I say mine?
I just said it. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got that.
the Luffy's tagline.
Said it earlier.
This is called One Piece. No.
I'm just upset he didn't have another rock to give Zeph.
Come on, man.
So far.
That's because the rocks aren't canon, all right?
I think my favorite, the one that stuck with me was Patty Boy, who was in the bathroom and he was like, "The customer is king and all the customers are crooks." I'm like, my man's out here.
I forgot what he said to the first customer he saw. What was it? What was it? How you doing? You stupid bastard.
Yeah, like, "Oh, how you doing, you stupid fucking customer?" Fucking idiot.
No, what was it? Oh, shit, no. Whatever.
All right, the one I have is during the first episode, which is episode 20, where Luffy beats up this boy Full Body. It's I believe the ending scene of the episode where he goes, "At sea, provoking a cook is the same as committing suicide,"
Oh,
Okay.
which basically means don't poop where you eat.
I mean, that's a common theme with any kitchen.
But the way he said it
The
was
chef,
cool.
or else you become the chef.
Yeah, but the way he said it was cool.
Yeah, the way he said it was cool.
I dig it.
He goes, "Oh, you're gonna add me? All right, no fries for you tonight."
in fact, get out of my fucking sight.
As for the villain ranking, we haven't really seen much of this boy Craig.
He's got a lot of gold and diamond.
Greg.
He does have a lot. What do you guys see his potential? Anybody hasn't seen the show up to this point?
Devin.
What? I just watched it. Why are you looking at me?
Up to this point,
no,
beyond this, beyond this.
Beyond this.
I've seen up to, if I remember correctly, a guy with a giant sword on a boat with a
That's wow.
Oh,
All right,
that's a really
Okay.
we're like
that's
right
a
there.
hard episode to stop, my guy. Fuck.
What is
Yeah.
wrong?
That's
We're-
where I stopped.
We're right there.
You're right there.
That's
Anyway,
where I stopped. That's where
Anyway.
Crystal and I stopped. I just
All right.
couldn't do it. I don't know why.
That's cool.
I just-
Oh,
that's
well,
careless.
we're done here.
Anyways, but that's beside the point.
We're done here. Goodbye. Wait.
one more thing.
Oh.
So this is the second appearance of Panda Man.
Tandem?
Oh, you're
Panda
keeping
Man?
up with Panda Man? Oh, yeah, that's the only one. God
Nah,
damn it.
Panda Man.
Hell yeah.
Panda Man.
My
High
five. High five, baby.
Someone explain this.
All right, can you guys like?
Oh.
Can we-
my.
I feel like I'm missing a bit that I
Same.
don't know what we're talking about.
All right.
Okay.
So there is
hold on.
But
Oh,
it's
yeah,
all
go
in
ahead,
the
Simi.
Discord,
Go
so I
ahead,
know
go
who
ahead.
I'm looking for.
So Oda likes to. He introduced what was it from the introduction in episode 14 where the first capybara was at? He introduced a joke character named Panda Man. Which was well that's what I was gonna say about it.
You're really butchering up this.
He's gonna be a very
Okay.
he's going to be a reoccurring character throughout the entire series.
So it's just like a walking meme.
Yes.
Literally.
Okay. So if you maybe you'll be able to notice it, maybe you won't.
Someone
from
put a
time to
photo
time.
in the chat so I could see.
No,
what we're
just
talking
imagine a
about.
panda. Just leave it for now.
It's just a panda.
Basically, yeah.
Fucking.
Well, not exactly.
Simi's on top.
Okay, now I know what I'm looking for. See, that's amazing. That is. Hey, Crystal, did you notice this guy in the
How
One Piece?
you can see him in the intro too, by the way.
I like how his nipples are really, really in the middle of his pecs.
So let's keep track of this Panda Man
So it's
as
just
the
two eyes
story
now?
goes through.
Yeah, this is the second time.
All right. this is-
I wasn't gonna mention it, but if my boy Subi's watching, then we should make a bit of it.
Panda Man moment.
Yeah, Panda Man he's a reoccurring character just as much as any other person in the series, and there was the first.
Wait, where's he at? I don't see him.
Oh my god, he was part of Turtles' crew.
Okay, that
Oh,
one's a
there
lot
he is.
harder to
Okay.
notice though because they're all wearing the cat ears anyway. But yeah, no, this one in the Baratier is like so
He's just there.
it's just there.
You think he would have just like noped out in that scenario, knowing what Luffy's capable of?
Well, Panda Man is like he's a joke. Like he's not like he's never going to be referenced. He's not
He's
anything.
nowhere and everywhere.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just-
nowhere and everywhere at all times.
He's like Oda's stamp for every single episode.
yeah, he's just like low key, like in different places, and he's in the manga too. Like he's just in random panels, and then like the animators, there's a fucking panda there. We should draw it. We got to stay true to the art.
Oh my god.
All right, let's just end it there.